Here, madam. Here, man. Here. Madam. Madam, turn this side, ma'am.
Everyone, thanks for coming. This means a lot for me to be able to finish where I started, which is in Hyderabad. And tomorrow is a big day for all of us. A lot of things in my life started at the LV Stadium. And to be able to finish there, I think the emotions will start hitting me soon. But no, it's great to have you all. There are some faces here that I've seen over the last 20 years who've been part of my journey in so many different ways, and a couple of them are sitting right there. But I've been able to have these friendships with them, which started off as just a journalist and tennis player relationship, and I'm so glad to have you all here. My plans for the future, honestly, I don't know much what's going to happen, but I'm really excited, honestly, for tomorrow. I have some of my best friends here. Bethany's here, who a lot of people know. We've played a lot together, but more than anything, she's one of my best friends on and off the court. And there are some, there's Rohan who's going to be there. There's Ivan, who I've had some great memories with. Kara Black, who have won the world championships with. Marian Bartoli, who I've played with since I was 14 years old. So it's so special for me to have all these people here with me in that on my last day, so to say, as a professional tennis player. So besides that, I have some tennis academy. As you all know, I'll give more time to tennis, to the younger kids, to the next generation, also to my son. I look forward to a quieter life ahead.
Sania, are you excited for tomorrow? Tell us what you have, what's in store for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I think that we're gonna obviously play a couple of sets. We're gonna play some doubles, some mixed doubles with some of my friends and partners, and who have also been my opponents. But I get to say goodbye at the place where it all started. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Thank you. Can I request Bethany to say a few words about your relationship with Sania and how you feel about tomorrow?
Don't cry. I'm going to get a little emotional now.
Don't cry.
For Sania, I mean, she's done so much for women's tennis, women's sport, women in general, and she's, a true, brave, fearless competitor. And we've been friends for a long time, but there's a lot of respect for everything she's done on the court and all the ups and downs that she's had to go through. And really, I feel like our careers have been very intertwined. I mean, through the injuries and the ups and the downs, the trophies, I mean, we've really grown up together in a sense. And, I might be a little more emotional now than her. I mean, I'm still playing a little bit, but here and there. But, really, I don't think professional tennis and my life on tour would have been the same without you, Sania.
Thanks.
So hopefully this is just another, another wave of our friendship. And I'm really looking forward to everything that you're doing. I know you're not slowing down. I know that for sure. This woman is a mad woman when it comes to scheduling. I mean, she has, whether it's on the court, off the court, she's doing things. So I'm very excited. I'm happy to be here. And it's going to be an amazing day tomorrow. So, yeah.
Both of you are such strong icons, not only in the field of sports, but also as women athletes. So can I just request Sania to just end with a message for young people, especially girls that aspire to play tennis?
Not just play tennis. I think my message to all the young girls who want to do something that's outside of the box and that has never been done before, my message is to believe in yourself, because there's so many people who are going to tell you that you can't do it. And I've been told that, and I'm sure she's been told that. A lot of us have been told that many, many times in our lives. But yeah, you have to believe in yourself and you have to be your biggest cheerleader. And that's probably the only message I say to every young aspiring person who wants to do something outside of the box or that is not culturally been done before. So yeah, that's it. And really back yourself, because if you don't back yourself, nobody else is going to back you. So that's it. Do you want to say something?
Here. No, I agree with Sania. I mean, really, you use the quote, you have to be your own cheerleader, and I think it's true. I mean, we've both set big goals for ourselves since we've been young, and you know, we've definitely had our support along the way, but at the same time we've had our doubters that we've had to, you know, sort of break past, and it's finding that belief within yourself. You know, I think the support will come, and it's important to have it, but that self-belief, setting your goals, knowing that you're good enough is really important, and that's what I would tell young girls in whatever career option, whether you're an athlete, whether you're going to school, you have the power. So, yep.
Thank you. One last question. What is that black liquid you're sipping on? Out of curiosity.
This is actually just a black alkaline water by Evocus. It's really good.
More than water.
It's more
than water.
But it is water.
It is water, but it's more than water. I'm just saying. I'm a fan of alkaline water.
Thank you so much for your time, and we're excited to watch you play tomorrow on home ground for the last time.
Thank you. You want to open it?
Yes.
Yes. Shall we open
Any
it?
questions?
Secrets. We have a lot of secrets, and they'll stay secrets. It's fine. Oh man, I will have to say, I think I don't know if everyone knows this, but when I became #1 in the world, we were actually playing together, and at the time Sania was #1 in the world. We were playing the tournament in Brisbane, and we made it to the finals, and we knew if we won the match, I would take over the spot for being #1. So we joked about if she wanted to win that match or not and stay #1.
So I was like, are you sure we should win this match? Because she was going to take the #1 in the world from me. But
so we did win the title, but it was a very special moment. I mean, to not only obviously win with Sania, take the #1, but we just felt like we both had sort of accomplished our dreams, and we did that together, and that's a special moment on the court for me, for sure.
Sania, you had the best results in as far as your partnership with Martina.
I mean, Martina and I probably shared one of the best partnerships in the world, you know, in a long time, and the kind of things that we were able to do together on the court was pretty amazing. I think, you know, whether it was winning slams or the way that we were winning, but I think what was truly special was that we didn't lose a match for 6 months. We didn't lose from, like, I think end of when was US Open, end of August till like March.
Play season?
No, till like Dubai. We didn't lose that whole 6 months. I mean, we won 11 tournaments that year. We won 40 something matches on the trot without losing a match, and those moments are probably the most special, because in any athlete will tell you, in any athlete's life, to feel that invincible and to feel like you're walking on the court knowing most of the time that you're going to win the match is a feeling that we die for. I mean, it's a feeling that any athlete will tell you. That's, you know, and that even that year, Bethany and her partner won the first 2 slams of the year, and we won the second 2 slams of the year. I remember you guys won Aussie and French, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we won Wimbledon, US Open that year. So I mean, those moments are like where you feel, my gosh, all the hard work that you've put in is so worth it. When you're seeing the ball like that, it's that big, and you're seeing the court like it's like a cricket stadium. You know, you almost feel like you can't hit the ball out. I mean, those are like, you're in the zone for 6 months. It doesn't happen very often.
You are a success with any player.
You've been roped in as the mentor for RCB women's team. So some people have also criticized you, saying that how can a tennis player be a mentor for cricket team? So what would you like to say about that?
I have not spoken about what people say in 20 years. I'm not planning to do it now.
Okay. And from women's perspective, what do you think the women's team brings to the table that is not?
So much, right? I mean, I was with them yesterday actually. I spent the entire day with them. I had a really good day. We spoke to so many of these young girls, and just, I mean, so many of them come from really small towns, small cities, and to have that opportunity for these girls. I mean, if anybody said this 20 years ago that this was going to happen, I don't think anybody would have believed that a team would be bought for the amount of money that it's been bought for, and the kind of you know, base they've been given now. You know, these girls deserve it so much. They all work so hard, and it's finally time that they have that recognition. And it's so good for women sport in general in this country and in this region, because, you know, this is what we need. We need us to move forward, and this is a huge step forward.
How would you define your relationship with Hyderabad?
It's my home. It'll always be my home, and when I think of home, I think of Hyderabad. And for me, I can, you know, move anywhere, do anything, and not spend so much time in Hyderabad, but every time that I do think of home, it's always Hyderabad.
Taking a previous question a little ahead, Sania, we see that you are branching out, talking about the road ahead, and also you have very good friends in the Bollywood. Is that a shot as well?
Bollywood?
Bollywood?
Ooh. No. No. Trust me, if that was an option, that would have happened long time ago.
It's a role that came your way.
It has come and it's been rejected.
Okay, ma'am, you are a success tennis player, so you are a prefer discipline or hard work?
Do I prefer?
You prefer discipline or hard work? What is your?
They both go hand in hand. There's no discipline without hard work and no hard work without discipline.
Sania, you're from Hyderabad, Gopichand also from Hyderabad, Lakshman. They have excelled as a player and as a coach. Now you enter a new field. How much inspiring will be for you from those two legends? One is a badminton legend, one is a cricket legend.
No, I mean, like I said, I don't know how much, like if I want to stand on the court and coach, I don't know. I mean, I never say never for things because I don't know these things. But I mean, I am very open. I mean, Karman, for example, Karman Kaur Thandi was in Dubai the last month and she was practicing for 2 weeks at one of my academies, and I was helping her for 2 weeks, you know, and I'm very happy to do that. And she is that, you know, probably our hope of taking tennis, women's tennis, and having our representation at Grand Slam. She's probably that hope we have. In the next year and a half, we'll know. But yeah, so I'm happy to do that. Whether I want to do that on a full-time basis or not, I don't know as of now, but I'm obviously open to helping.
Bit about Izan, Sania, is he a tennis guy? Do you train him and you plan to train him? Where's he gone?
He's a sport guy. He's a sport guy. I mean, he's so active and he's got pretty okay hand-eye coordination, but he loves badminton actually. He's obsessed with badminton.
Every room in the house.
We're
playing badminton. Everybody's got a racket.
We all have to play badminton, whether you know the game or not. So yeah, we play. He loves badminton. He goes for tennis. He swims, and he also plays the guitar. So I'm keeping his options open.
सानिया, जिस तरह से अभी आईपीएल के लीग देखते हैं हम क्रिकेट में, आपको लगता है कि टेनिस के अगर इस तरीके से कम कुछ लीग या कुछ तरीके इस तरीके अगर कुछ शुरू होता तो शायद टेनिस और बेहतर होगा, क्योंकि हम कबड्डी भी देख रहे हैं.
पहले तो ये एक बात is very important कि you cannot compare cricket to any other sport in India. That is not a possibility. Yeah, maybe, but like the numbers are very different. You know, you cannot. There is no comparison. So whether it will help or not, I don't know. But I think that in general, there are more cricketers in this country than tennis players, right? So that it is a lot easier to have a league for a cricketer and sustain that league for many, many years. But we don't really have so many tennis players who sustain for 8, 10, 12, 15 years. There are a lot of people that keep dropping in and out. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure any extra tennis will help. I don't know if specifically this league culture will help or just having tournaments will help. You know, I don't really know, but.
So what's the thought process behind an accomplished player such as yourself deciding with trying to hang up the boots and retire?
So many. I mean, I think that there's no right or wrong time to stop playing or stop doing what you're doing. For me, it was a bunch of things. For me, it was, well, my body is first of all beat. You know, I've had so many surgeries. It's taken me 45 minutes to warm up before the actual warm up of the match. I mean, it's just, and yeah, and the physio is working on me more time than I'm actually on the tennis court. So that's when you know your body is like completely gone. I've had a 20-year-long career. I wanted to finish on my own terms. I want to finish while I'm still playing well. I want to finish when I'm on the top. And, you know, it was perfect for me to play a final of a Grand Slam and say that this is it, you know. Because I also want different things in life now. I just don't have that motivation and the emotional capacity to work in a way that lets me be at this level. You know, because for me the level is not the issue. The issue is to work to be there, and that work ethic, I don't think, like, I have to push myself way too much, and I don't think if you need to push yourself so much for something you love so much, I think it's time. And the most important thing is I would like to spend more time with my son. You know, it's been taking me away, and that does not mean I want to stop working, but that just means I want to stop traveling so much. He goes to school now, and I feel like, you know, my priorities are different today. So I mean, there's a bunch of reasons, really.
Okay, thank you all so much for coming.
Good.
Any questions about tomorrow's event?
Time is starting and
Huge challenge. Otherwise, we would have had someone already in the last 20 years, right? But the fact is that we need to get a system going. We need a system in place where we are able to support these young girls or who are trying to make it at that professional level. I mean, I have someone who's from America who will tell you that what a system does, and the reason, with having a solid system in place, you can produce champions not just on every 20-30 year basis. You can produce them on a few yearly basis, and I think we are getting better. We are better with our infrastructure, but we still have so many ways to go. And but yeah, I think if we put a system in place and we have someone who can actually, where I'm like, I have a daughter or I have a son and I'm like, I want her to play tennis. What is my next step? What do I do? There's literally nobody you can go to over here. And I mean, as individually, we can do it. As athletes, we can do a certain amount. But what a system can actually do in place is not what individuals can do. So.
On a scale of 10, Sania, where would you rate our system and what needs to be done?
You don't want me to rate that.
One,
No, I'm not gonna rate it.
Minus?
No, it's not. You can speak to anybody that has made it to the top 100 in the world in tennis over the last 40 years, 50 years. From India, you can speak to Vijay, Ramesh, you can speak to Rohan, you can speak to Mahesh, Leander, Somdev, myself, and everybody will tell you they've come here despite the system, not because of the system. And so it's all individual efforts that have gone in, whether that's through our parents, whether that's getting sponsorship, but that's all a full parent-child, coordination that has happened. There is actually none that has come out saying that, let me send them to this camp. I mean, I'm sure in USTA you have these places, right? You've got national centers, you've got stuff like that where you have these great coaches and trainers, and the kids are starting at like the age of 6, 7. I mean, by the time we find out what we need to do with our bodies, we're already 15 years old, we're playing catch up, because we actually don't have anywhere to go before that. Even myself, I learned so much as just watching other people. I'm like, I didn't even know, how to do a proper warm-up until I was 14, 15, because I was never taught that.
Wait, you do a proper warm-up now?
Sometimes. Now I know, and I choose not to do it. No, but it's just, so, yeah, I don't want to rate the system, but the fact of the matter is that we'll try and do whatever we can as individuals. Rohan's trying, I'm trying, but like, there's only so much you can do, right, as an individual. So.
And it's an expensive sport.
It
I mean,
is,
really, to
to
travel,
play professional.
to get international experience, even as a junior, you're going to Europe. You have to go to Europe to play. You have to come to America to play, South America even, and that's a long trip for the kids here. And just getting here, and I think. It's even in the U.S. we do have our opportunities. We have more tournament play. We have a junior system that helps you sort of get those matches, and it's a building process. And really,
there was a kid. Sorry to cut you. There was a kid from America in Australia who made the quarterfinal, and he
Yeah.
had never left America.
Yeah.
He never left America, and he made a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam. That can never happen if you're from this side of the world, right? Because he's got enough number of tournaments where he's able to like just go and play only in the States, and he's made quarterfinal of a Grand Slam. That was quarters, right?
Yeah.
What's his name?
It's very. You're thinking of Ben.
Ben,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I mean, it's not I'm not saying that's a conventional route to go, but I'm saying it is possible though.
Yeah.
It's not possible from this side of the world, So that's just one part of the system, to have that junior development and going on to, under 18s and then going on to playing 25s, 50,000s. I mean, we don't have that.
But I
in place.
also think that speaks a lot for you and how you've had to come up through,
it's been
through
that's what
that
I said.
system.
Yeah.
I mean, really, that's what's really impressive about that, is everything that Sania's sort of overcome to make it to the level that she's at. But I think
do your bit in coaching, Sania, all right, but how inclined are you to get into the administration and perhaps take a shot at changing the system?
At this moment of time, if you ask me if I want to get right deep into the system, no, because I want to take a break. But I don't know. I mean, I would be very open to the fact that I would like to see a change. And by not just wanting to see a change doesn't happen. You have to try and be part of the change. And I'm happy to be part of the change in whatever capacity that's possible. I can't commit to a timeline of when I want to do that, but it is something that I'm open to. It's not something that I'm against.
सानिया, जैसे आपने दूसरे देश में भी आपका अकेडमी है, तो वहाँ पर और यहाँ पर आप कितना फर्क देखते हैं? आपको लगता है कि वहाँ पर ज़्यादा बेहतर है अभी इस वक्त?
नहीं, not really actually. मुझे यहाँ पे ज़्यादा talent नज़र आता है फ़िलहाल. लेकिन you know, I have some academies in Dubai as well, which has just started 4-5 months ago. I mean, this has been here for a long time, but it's nothing like this over here. This is the best facility that you can get. I mean, you have 12 courts to play on, you have rooms, you have a pool, so you have everything. And you know, trust me, if I had this 30 years ago, I mean, we used to struggle to find tennis courts and tennis balls to play with. There are journalists here nodding their head because they know that that's the truth. It's not that I'm making this up. I mean, we literally used to play on stuff that was made out of cow dung. हमें अगर hardcore पे practice करना होता था, we had to go to another state to practice because Hyderabad did not have any hard court. There was one hard court in the entire Hyderabad Sikandrabad area, which was in a gentleman's house. We needed to take special permission from him to enter his house. I mean, it was ridiculous to even practice. You know, and here you are dreaming of playing and winning Wimbledon, or you know, doing or winning US Open, or things like that, and of course people thought you were crazy. Why would they not think you were crazy? You don't have a proper tennis court to practice on, but you're dreaming of you know, winning and playing at these Grand Slams with people who have facilities of everything that's going on. So
एक सवाल और, जैसे कि हम देखते हैं कि क्रिकेट के लिए क्रेज है, या बाकी जो जैसे अभी हम देखते हैं बैडमिंटन के लिए भी क्रेज बढ़ रहा है, आपको लगता है कि टेनिस के लिए क्रेज इतना नहीं है शायद, या फिर क्रेज भी है, बच्चों में टैलेंट भी है, लेकिन फैसिलिटीज नहीं?
क्रेज की बात नहीं है. बैडमिंटन ऑल्सो वंस अ सिस्टम इज इन प्लेस, you see a lot of results coming up. Why do you see so many champions coming up? Because there is a proper there's a thing, there's a national academy that is set up in Hyderabad. Gopi runs that academy, and it's not a coincidence that a lot of people come out of Hyderabad. No, it's obviously not a coincidence. There's this part of the country. So anything that you have a system in place for, or which an infrastructure in place, proper coaches in place, trainers in place, you will get the results. You know, in some sports it's harder, in some sports it's easier, but you will get it eventually. If you don't have 5 champions, you'll at least have one. At least we won't be sitting here 20 years later and asking who after Sania and coming up empty with that. So
Sania, you have won every medal excepting Olympic. That's a big regret for you in your career.
I mean, if there was a match I could probably get back in, that would probably be the match. You know, I mean, for me, playing at 4 Olympics meant everything, playing for my country, but that match sometimes still gives me nightmares, and those 2 matches actually, and the one that we lost in the semi-final, and then the one for the bronze, and you know, but there are some dreams that come true and there are some dreams that don't come true, so you can't be too greedy. I still feel very grateful for everything that I've been able to achieve, and sure, if there was something that is missing, is probably that Olympic medal.
Yeah, Sania, we wanted you to share some moments from the sport. Can you recollect that moment where Sania Mirza felt like, yes, India or a world recognizing me, I made it big, kind of a moment? The first moment.
I think the first moment was when I actually won Junior Wimbledon and I came back to Hyderabad, and the welcome that I got here. I think that moment was really, you know, in the scheme of things, of everything that I've been able to achieve after that, it was probably very small. But that was the first moment when I really felt that I had kind of arrived, you know, and the welcome at the airport, they were like, we went on this open top bus. I mean, it was crazy, the things that happened, and it was a lot also. It was overwhelming, but it was probably the moment where I really felt like, oh my gosh, that's when people started recognizing me. I think that's the first time I probably gave an autograph, you know, so I mean, things like that, and that's probably the moment that I recall as being the first time that I felt that way.
And I have a question, Bethany, too.
Yeah.
Bethany, as